Yo, dudes. Welcome to Utah. This is Formula Drift round 7. I've got the car apart. I'm working on some of the dampening things right now. Team isn't here yet. It's just me. Actually, Christina did show up a few hours ago. But I got the awning all up. Andy Haley helped me throw on the actual canopy. Just takes a couple hours. That's been fun all year long, right? Yeah, so right now I'm playing with some of these dampeners for the front of the car. I was doing a demo at Irwindale Speedway a week ago, and this sucker broke the bolts and popped off. This is the pulley for the supercharger. These are all the dampeners. They call it a dampener because, let's see if I can explain this easy enough. This goes to the crankshaft. These have little O-rings inside of them, basically rubber bushings in there, and it kind of does two things. It works with the harmonics of the engine to keep the engine balanced. That's one thing that it does, and that's a very short definition of that. Secondly, the dampening part of it is the reason there's like O-rings in these is this is dampening the shock load of your belts and things like that are also on there. That's kind of a thing that it does. I feel like it does the balancing probably more than the shock load of the belts. But you know what, I'm not an engine builder. I'm sure they can tell you more about that. But what I do know is I'm an engine breaker. I like to break things. So after it came off, Alex Farah, I'll totally butcher his last name, but yeah, Alex in the orange Mustang from Hot Pit, he was with me doing the demo and he ran this over. So I don't know if she's true or not, but I'm just getting things ready for what I can. Jackson's coming tonight. He's pulled the pulley off of his car, my East Coast car, if I ever get it done, meaning he actually finishes it and lets me drive it. And then he's bringing me the pulley, and we'll put all that on here and have it ready. I had to drill out and tap these broken bolts out of there. So that was fun. You know, little reverse tap bits and some extractors. The thing about these extractor drill bits is they really suck. I don't know what brand this is. Somebody ran out and grabbed it for me. It's probably something cheap. This worked fine. The drill bit itself was a reverse drill bit, which is cool, but it did not work at all. These worked out really well. So anyways, the last time you saw this car, and if you watched the last video in Seattle, we had blown up the last engine, put a hole in the piston. This engine is out of my demo car. So this is a cast iron block that Elspec and Margaritas assembled for me. Took the block and all the parts over there, paid them to just whip it together. It's been doing pretty good. I've been driving it in the demo car, and then it made 420, normally aspirated. It's a 10.5 to 1, 6-liter engine. Normally aspirated has the, what do I have on there? The Holley high-rise intake manifold. So other than that, it's pretty much all the same stuff. You know, got a cam, CC, headers, not headers, CC ported heads with some Sicky headers. But everything else is all the same. We have still the Washington set up in the rear end. Got to pull that out, set this car up for more of a flat style track. I was able to take a pressure washer to it since we had it at the shop. So it is a little bit cleaner in there. Whoa, watch the phone. But didn't get to do as much to it as I wanted to do. And unfortunately, the full race engine didn't get done yet. The pistons did not come in time. But anyways, that's what's up with this. I'm gonna get back to work. Probably catch up on this tomorrow. Good morning. All right, we are looking at a beautiful Wednesday. Prospectors had their drivers meeting. We've got the crew in. Chris Jackson, Tim Allen, Caleb.
Great skill.
They're finishing off what I was doing yesterday, which is adding the Accu sump, because this is the wet sump motor. It's got that Sicky rear sump oil pan. You can't really see it, but it's under there. It's a rear sump oil pan. So yeah, we're gonna add this Accu sump. They're gonna brackets line into here. Jackson, you want to explain what an AccuSump does to the people?
So basically this is like an oil reservoir that's pressurized, and when oil pressure drops, it's going to have like a little piston inside there, and it's going to force the oil back in. So basically this is like your oil system going into like your normal conventional system, and you put a charge in the back over here with like a trigger valve, which is you know, kind of hard to see under there. But basically there's a piston that moves in there, and then the oil pressure compresses the air section, and then if oil pressure ever drops or goes lower, it'll force it back out.
Yep.
So you can use it to prime your engine too. Like, you know.
So two options, yeah, like you said, we can prime the engine if it's been sitting for a while, force more oil in there, or just before startup. And then, like I said, the reason is if we're maybe at Irwindale or even here and oil sloshes and it catches air for a split second, that will take care of that problem. Hopefully. The rest of the boys back to normal work. Caleb's gonna nut and bolt the car. Then we still gotta do our rear gear.
Rear gear's done.
Rear gear's done already?
Yeah.
What do we throw in there?
384, 27 or 29.
Okay, so if you guys can figure out that math. We got a rear gear in there now, ready for this track. We just gotta do suspension, take the camber out of it, because for Washington, both the back tires were kind of set like this for camber for the bank. In this track, we're probably more on the flat side. It is a hard right, long left. Sorry, hard left, long right, long left. So it probably equals out pretty evenly here, I imagine. It's two left, so maybe it'll be cranked a little bit this way for camber. But we'll chase that and get that right.
Heel.
All right. What'd you do here, Tim? What'd you do?
We made a totem pole. Well, Chris made a totem pole. I decorated it.
I figured we gotta like bless it or something. Did you name them?
This one's like an eagle, that one's like a wolfish, and that one's like a retarded bear.
Is that you three?
Am I the eagle?
He's supposed to be the eagle, right? He's like the leader.
The retarded bear, that's Tim. All right.
Pretty tall.
And then you got whatever that is.
Some paper towels.
All right. Rad. Sure. Paper towels. We'll call it that.
They get you too.
Yep. Oh boy. AccuSump's good and ready. Totem pole's ready. Yep. Go bless Caleb. New East Coast supercharger pulleys on there. Right, Jackson? It's good stuff. So now we're planning out our gear set. This engine makes 200 horsepower less than what we had here last year because we're on the iron block. The other motor, it's a 6 liter, not a 7 liter. All that stuff I was talking about earlier. So a lot of gears, got to figure out where we're going to be at. It's hard to do the exact math. Not sure, so we're just going to take them all. Yep. All right. He's load truck. Let's get ready to do some stuff. All right, we're lined up. This is like a pre-staging area here in Utah Motorsport Speedway, or whatever they call this place. They got this funny back area they want us to go through here now. So the trucks and the pit cart really gotta have some angle kits on their own. Professional. I'm hoping my pit cart's gonna make it through there. I don't even know where it's at yet. Track walk turned into a track ride. Do a trick, bro.
That's it.
I know, that's what I do. I'm just lucky I don't wreck when I'm on a freaking bike. I already ate crap in front of Jimmy yesterday on the scooter, remember? I don't know what I did. Yeah. That was fun. This engine's holding up so far. AccuSump did its job. 800 horsepower. Feels pretty good over there. Huh? belt moved a little bit. We've got a couple of funny issues happening with supercharger belt. Maybe rubbing on something over here.
It was way tighter than before.
We got to play with some things. But anyways, let's see. Let's look at our tires. This is one lead lap. And I was definitely beating in the front tires a little bit extra. But looks like we didn't have enough negative camber on this one. And not enough negative camber on that one. Can't say that I even felt the 100 pounds more on the engine from last year. But, you know, that's a year ago. This engine weighs 100 pounds more. Thought I would notice it. The front end did feel like it was maybe kind of trying to step out a little bit in outer zone 2. That could be part of that. Look, Caleb's spilling all kinds of that Renegade fuel. Saw that, Caleb. I think he rage quit. All right, we'll go to another lap. Alright, I came down to I came down to the initiation point. 3, 2, 1 cone. I've been struggling. I can put down a good lead run. First lap out was pretty good. Like 20 PSI is pretty higher than what we normally run. But in the chase, man, following Christoph's, I was just blinded by smoke. Tried it again with Forsberg, had a better run up with him. Put it not really on his door, but just where I thought I needed to be, and then be able to accelerate into him, but did not have the drive that he did. And man, I got into the smoke again. Tried to run through it, came out of it, and just rotated way too early. So that was terrible. So we've got to add more drive in the car. So I'd say I'm struggling. Definitely struggling in the tandem right now. Thought I'd film this video while I'm frustrated. Just did a really good lead run, and then went to go chase against Thorn, and it was just terrible. I biffed it behind him, ended up running over both of outer zone 1's markers. It's absolutely terrible. And but I'm doing pretty good lead runs, I think, and we put a lot of grip in the car. Went to like 15 PSI, 3/4 towed in. Wanted to see what it would do fully, like kind of not all in, but that's mostly all in. And then lowered the wheel speed as well. Need to maintain enough tire, not blowing the tire off underneath the car, because I mean, when we were first doing our very first laps, I was only getting 1 lap per run. So throwing more grip in the car allows us to keep more tire on it. So I'm using about 70% on the lead run, and 30% left over for the chase. Those things are done when they come off. But pretty frustrated right now. We'll see what tomorrow holds. We got 5 practice laps left that we can go do tomorrow before qualifying. Pretty confident in qualifying. Man, I got to figure out this chase game here. Went out early last year, so not happy about that. And I mean, the motor and everything's doing good. There's a vibration in the car. I got to figure that part out. I don't know if it's what was I going to say? The dry shaft. Maybe it got unbalanced, something weird. I'll figure that part out. It's definitely the drivetrain because it's at high wheel speed. It's not like revving it up or anything. Anyways, let me get to work, figure that stuff out. Just wanted to say it while I was in the moment of how I'm feeling. We'll get it going. Get it going. Woo! Morning, boys. It is qualifying day. We got out here nice and early. That's pretty early considering the line, right? So we're gonna go out. I've got 5 laps that I can do today. Hopefully I at least get 3 of them and I'll be happy. Feeling pretty good. We made some small changes to the car last night. Figured out the dry shaft was probably, the yoke was a little bit worn out and we put a new one in there. Had a little bit of vibration. Hopefully that fixes that problem and we're all good. We're ready to go have some fun and send it. So let's go get some more practice in. All right, boys, I did 2 laps, 1 lead lap, felt pretty good, tossed it pretty hard into zone 3, a little bit too excited. I think the rear sway bar did exactly what I wanted to, had a bigger bar back there, allowed me to stay out longer, treat it like a big bank, and then was able to stay down in air pressure, got the forward momentum, and then chased Chelsea, and I was able to like just plow the inner clip, but to be able to stay with them and then stay out of the smoke line. So what I was talking about when I was super frustrated yesterday, I was kind of able to overcome that right now. We'll see if I can do that later on during my battles and everything else I got to do. But that was pretty gnarly. He had a pretty wild run. It felt like I saw his oil pan for a second coming out of outer 2. Wild run, and I feel excited right now. So hopefully, you know, just having a couple good runs changes your momentum, and we're gonna go hop in there. I think we'll get 2 more laps today and then go into qualifying. Alright, boys, I did my last practice lap of the day. I believe this is what came off of the car right here. There's a set that had 2 laps on it. I'm feeling good. I'm ready to go practice. Sorry, not practice. Qualify. I'm ready to qualify. Boys are getting the car ready. We got bumps. Ready to go have some fun, so let's send it.
All right, Jeff Jones, He has just been banging away. Had a little bit of bad luck in Seattle. Would love to see him bounce back, build that. Has been working on the engine. And again, shout out to Evil Auto Works, Redlands, California. Great group of guys there. And Jeff Jones always having a good time. What are your expectations here? Have you talked to him at all?
No, I haven't talked to him this weekend.
You need him on the podcast.
I know. I talked to him about it briefly.
Do your job.
I chatted with Kyle Mohan the other day. I mean, that's how it.
Yeah, he's an OG as well.
Yeah.
Here we go. Jeff Jones throwing it in. Evil Auto Works, Nissan 370Z. Good aggressive flick. You see a little body flapping in the wind, and then comes that inside clip. And that first outside zone, hits it and quits it. A little bit of a yank of the handbrake there. Back on throttle. That's what we were talking about. The drifting going to that second outside zone. That exhaust note. Again, smoke is not a criteria or a judge criteria, I should say. But I like that. I like that last outside zone. Want to take a look at it again. And again, the judge is talking about you want to be on throttle because, decel zone, nah, you got to stay on it.
Yeah, he had a kind of a slow initiation. It was really, really long, though. But he gets into that first inside clip. First outside zone looked great. Good transition to two. But this is where that slowdown is. They want it kind of back on throttle where he is slowing down. So it's a little bit late to that. Outside zone 2 looks great. Into the transition, though, you can see how wide he gets before he gets into 3, which can be difficult. It can make you shallow near the end of it, and we start to see that with Jeff Jones here. So, big initiation. He almost flat spotting those tires coming into there.
That's a great point.
Yeah, but no, Jeff put down a solid run there. There's definitely some points that he needs to clean up. Anywhere on this track, if you're a little bit early, it's going to make you leave a little bit early. If you're a little bit late, you're going to go off track. So, there's so much timing involved here.
And this is to my point of failure.
Yeah.
Because it is so straightforward. And 80.66, no X factor points. Keep that in mind, right? I mean, that could be 85, 82. So, but an 80.66, that's a great score.
Yeah, you can think it's unassuming.
If you're skilled, we'll see next to tires. All right, dudes, that was my qualifying run. I got an 80.6 or something dumb. Right now, I don't know if it's going to be a low-scoring game, so I'm not happy with it. I was, got a 90 last year, wanted a 90 this year. So if it ends up being a low-scoring day, then it's an okay run. If it ends up being a high-scoring day, then my 80 sucks. I don't know if I'm going to have to be in the bottom 8 and run again. It's one of the things about being this low on the totem pole at the moment. But the new motor's working good. Qualifying run, I felt like it was really good. I was pretty happy with what I did. I'm going to work on my initiation, go a little more aggressive on that. But yeah, we're going to watch the rest of the guys and see if we have to go up again. They already took my box, so I don't think so. But let's just go have some fun. We don't drive again until Saturday. Tomorrow's Pro Spec Day. So that's some fun, man. We're out here drifting. I just, critiquing myself. Good times.
This is what's going down. We don't gotta do anything tomorrow, so we're getting a basketball game ready.
Yeah, if you're ready.
Pick your balls, bro.
We did. Well, I wasn't allowed to pick the expensive ones. I was stopped at the $5 card.
No, you tested the expensive one.
Yeah,
and
we
are so going to win
this basketball game.
We are conducting science.
Oh boy. Thanks for coming out.
Do you have a silver one that you can send?
I actually have a chrome one. Chrome? Chrome, bro.
Actually, chrome.
Hey dudes, just wanted to show you this awesome thing. And there's more to this story. So we met last year, right?
Well, actually in Vegas many years ago.
Yeah.
Because I signed autographs for you.
So
10 or 20 of them.
other Jeff Jones, and legit signed some autographs for me. We were seeing the difference in that. I totally remember that. Yeah. And so met again last year here.
Right.
But this is just like some of the things that the fans do is super rad, and you taught yourself how to do this.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
It took months.
And I'm gonna drink some good beer out of this. Some Doc Bombs. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
No problem, man.
Awesome.
Congratulations, second overall in the Lincoln Engine Management Prospect Championship. Here he is, make some noise. The Drift Wizard, Andy Haywood! There it is, Andy Hogan on second overall.
So these nerds all came over here to invade. Try to steal whatever I've got. Look at Andy. Hey! Yep. The race to get line. Look at this, we got the crew right here. They ready. You guys ready? Jackson's doing something funny. Dropping radios and things. It's not expensive. It's not expensive at all. It's freezing out here. Ground temp 60 degrees. This guy says he's ready. I gotta pee again.
Well, we can't have nice things.
Alright, let's go get a practice lap in. I'm the first one to lead. So, my hood looks very cracked from this side of the thing. I might have to fix it. Here, spying on me. Tell me to suck it in at least, bro. I gotta make sure. Look good.
You look good.
Heyo. All right, so practice was going pretty good. Let's see. Probably didn't talk about flying off the track. I had went for, let's just say, a quick rotation from outer 1 into outer 2 and wanted to left the braking. Get on the throttle really fast. I think I pressed the brake pedal a little too hard and front washed out. Sent me into the dirt. Anyways, delete that. Delete. Didn't happen. We'll be good. Mental's feeling pretty good. Going up against Castro right now. Car's feeling good. I've got a great chase run with Forsberg earlier. I feel really good about that. I was able to finally get away from the smoke line and stay with him. Could have been with him in outer zone 2 a little better, but something to dial in with Castro. But I'm excited about this. This track's really fun. The boys are having a good time. Let's go party.
Chastise as a case, it's really hard to, see this from that one angle and then see that other angle. Looks like 2 and it ends up being 1 because look at it.
All right, so next up, Jeff Jones qualifying 12th, going against reverse the numbers, qualifying 21st, Jonathan Castro. You got Los Angeles, that Evil Auto Works Nissan 370Z Supercharged LS versus Jonathan Castro, the Dominican Republic pilot, in that Toyota GR86. Go, Jeff Jones initiates. Jonathan Castro right there immediately to the side of him. Jeff Jones taking out that inside clip into this first outside zone. Castro, not as much angle, didn't get all the way out there. Maybe a little scared, a little bit timid after exploding that inside clip. Jeff Jones in front of him. Second outside zone, now going to third outside zone. Castro a little bit maybe early on that transition. Has great proximity, but you can see it kind of coming out of angle a little bit. The higher speed track, maybe a little bit too much for this 86. We know Castro has the talent. We've seen it again. Probably, I'll go on record as saying one of my favorite battles ever in Formula of competition.
Yeah, Castro's initiation here is really, really smart. He knows Jeff Jones is going to go wide. He kind of stays midline and is able to keep up with him there. We're seeing, obviously, Jones crushing that first inside clip, and both drivers doing a good job through the first outside zone. Castro taking a narrower line through 2, and then through this transition, he pops through the smoke maybe a little bit early, but he's able to get the car back out. Jeff Jones doing a pretty good job here all the way through 3, and I think Castro played it a little bit safe. We've seen him chase super, super aggressive. Jones was very, very tight on inside clip 1. Maybe it threw Castro for a bit of a loop the way that he punched that clip and threw it in the air, but Jones doing a good job here through outside zone 2. Castro just you know, he's kind of making either a compromise on line or he's making a compromise on angle or proximity, and he's trying to figure out what's going to be the best method.
So Jeff Jones, Jonathan Castro. Now Castro will be out front. You know, I'm not slamming Castro. You know I love you, Castro. But we need to see some high-speed, big angle here out front, because I know Jeff Jones, he's going to get aggressive. You know, he had a little bit of bad luck in Seattle, so he wants to really prove himself going into the second to last round. And here goes Castro. There's the angle, and you talked about it. Big angle there from Castro. He talked about proximity, big drift energy. Jeff Jones, then chase. Look at that. It's that proximity, but look at Castro, very settled. The LTH, Dominican finest. GR86 Toyota into that final outside zone, gets that tire off, but Jones, he is quite the contrary. So these guys are, I mean, states apart. You saw Castro get into the gravel. You saw Jeff Jones dive in on the inside. That's not how you want to end it. That Evo AutoWorks Nissan 370Z coming to a halt. Break it down, Jacob.
Yeah, so Castro, you can see taking that similar midline, starts the initiation really early, gets into the slide. Jeff Jones able to get into the pocket. Castro could have been a little bit closer on that inside clip. Outside zone 1, looked great. Castro setting that angle. He didn't get on throttle when he was supposed to at the beginning of outside zone 2, but does make the rest of the zone look really, really nice. And this is where Jeff Jones starts to fall apart a little bit. He gets lost in the sauce, deep in the smoke. That being said, Castro starts to go off course. So is it one of those where he got led that way? You know, this is where a side-by-side is probably going to happen, because there's mistakes made on either side. We have to determine which zones are the most important, where the biggest mistakes were made. But I really like the way Castro gets through outer zone 2. You can see him hold the zone, and it's almost like he's ready to take a nap through that zone. And then things get a little rocky as we get to 3.
Literally.
And, no idea what they're talking about right now. Anyways, just at the battle. Damn it, I lost again. You know, it was nice when I was winning last year. This year has just not gone my way. 2 judges went for Castro. One judge went for me, or was split?
One went for you.
One went for me. I don't know. I had an awesome run. My chase was feeling pretty freaking dialed. My lead run, I wish I didn't hit that cone. I just didn't have the run-up speed that I've been having for whatever reason. Had a little bit of wheel slip. Threw it at it maybe a little bit too early. Maybe that's what happened. I got to re-look at it. But hit inner clip 1. So after hitting inner clip 1, I'm sure that they deemed me heavily, and that not allowing him to get a good chase. I don't know. I got to go back and look at it. The rest of my lead was awesome. Really liked my lead. Now going into my chase, was on his door at inner clip 1, on his door outer 1, into outer 2, all the way through outer 2. Felt really great. Then switched back into outer 3. I got lost in the smoke, and I shot inward. Man, there's no coming back from that. You know, I guess probably close to one more time, but damn it, sucks losing. But you know what doesn't suck? Having an absolute blast with your friends out here, having some fun, driving the car, it being just a wild animal, and us being able to dial it in and figure out all the problems that we've had. We blew up the motor the last time, and this one's working absolutely great. I had an amazing time. So let's get some practice in, get ready for Irwindale Speedway. We got 3rd place there last year. Hopefully our luck will change. We'll go there and have some fun. So see you guys in the next one, boys.